Hello everyone, welcome to Finite Element Analysis Laboratory by Unilearning, episode 2. Today we are going to perform the transverse loading experiment. For this purpose, select the static structural module in ANSYS. If this will create an analysis system, kindly rename it to transverse loading. After creating it, right click on the geometry tab and go to select the new design modeler geometry. This will open the ANSYS built-in CAD modeler, which we will utilize to model the geometry of a structure. It will take some time to open it. As you can see on the bottom left corner, it is showing starting design modeler. We are going to use this module for the purpose of creating the geometry. As you can see, the design modeler window has been opened. Kindly click on the XY plane and convert this 3D axis system into a 2D axis system. Now we will switch from modeling window to sketching window. Select a line command, click this point, origin, and draw an arbitrary length along on the right hand side. Dimension this line by doing this and selecting this line. It will create a dimension holder under name h1. Enter its length to be 40 meters. After entering the length, go to the concept and create lines from sketches. As we have discussed earlier, ANSYS deals only in three bodies: line bodies, surface bodies, and solid bodies. Today we are going to perform the line body experiment. Select lines from sketches, go to the XY plane and click this plus sign. It will show you the sketch 1. Select it and apply it and click generate. After generating it, go to the concept command again, select the cross section and select it to be rectangular, and then select the B and H value to be 1 meter and 1 meter. After doing this, we have to assign this cross section to our line body. For this purpose, go to the part 1 body. If this showing 0 part 0 body, it is because you have not generated the sketch. By going into the part 1 body, click the plus sign. It will show you the line body that we have recently created. Select it and go to the details. It is showing that you have to select the cross section. As we have created the cross section under name RECT1, we will scroll down from here and select it. Up until now, our geometry has been created. To view it in isometric view, click on this ball icon and it will show you the geometry. Go to the views tabs and to visualize the cross section, click on the cross section so that it will show you the cross section. Now, up until now we have successfully completed the geometry. Now close this window, go to the workbench window again, and as you can see, against geometry you can see a tick mark sign showing that the geometry has been successfully created. Go to the model tab, double click on it, and it will start ANSYS Mechanical. You can view it, the progress of opening it, on the bottom left corner, which is showing starting mechanical. It will take some time to load the window. As you can see, starting mechanical is used for three purposes: to assign mesh, to define boundary conditions, and the third one is the most important one, the results that you intend to find. As you can see, this window pops up, which is of ANSYS Mechanical. The project is loading and it is extracting our geometry from the design modeler. As soon as it loads, we will start working on the geometry. We will this is your model tree, this is your main tab, this is your details window, and this is your viewport. In viewport you have to select the geometries. As you can see, this line is showing the line body that you have recently created. The tree outline outlines the elements that you have to use for the purpose of conducting this analysis. Go to the mesh tab, right click on it and click generate mesh. What it will do, it will divide this length of the bar into a finite number of elements. To view this bar in a 2D plane, what you have to do is click on this z-axis sign. Then this isometric view is converted into a 2D view. Now the mesh has been successfully created. We will go into the static structure and define the boundary conditions. This is our second step in the ANSYS mechanical window. When we go to the static structure, right click on it, go to insert tab and select the first support, which is fixed support. After selecting the fixed support, go to these three cubes. These three cubes will help you to select the selection. For example, if you want to select a vertex, select this box. If you want to select an edge, select this cube. If you want to select the face, select this cube. If you want to select the whole body, you can select this cube. We are interested in fixing only one vertex, so we will select the vertex cube and we will select the left hand vertex of the geometry and apply fixed support here. Now go to the static structure again, right click on it, go to the insert tab and select force. Apply the force on a vertex which is at the right hand side and click apply. Change the method by which we are defining the force from vector to components. It will allow us to select the component against which we want to apply the force. For example, this is a transverse loading case, so we will apply a vertical force which is acting in the negative y direction. So we will enter minus 10,000 and we will enter no component of force in x and z. Now our boundary condition step has been successfully completed. Go to the solution tab and right click on it. Now we will insert the results. First of all, we will insert total deformation by going to the insert deformation total. Then we again right click on it, go to the insert tab and select directional deformation. We will rename it to define the deformation along x-axis and enter. We will again right click on it, go to the insert tab, deformation directional. After clicking on it, we will rename it to deformation along y-axis. When we click on this deformation along y-axis, we can see its details. From this orientation tab, change this x-axis to y-axis. Then go again into the solution tab, right click on it, go to the insert deformation directional, right click on it, rename it deformation along z-axis. Then again go to the orientation, change the x-axis into z-axis. Now the last two results are remaining, which is go to the solution, insert probe and select force reaction and select the fixed support as the reaction force applied on the fixed end. Then again go to the solution, insert probe and moment reaction and again select fixed support because the moment will be the reaction moment will be applied will be formed at the fixed port. Now all these results are entered. Now we will solve our model. Now ANSYS is solving our model. As soon as the model solves, all these marks that are showing us flash sign will turn into a tick sign. It will show that our model has been successfully solved through ANSYS. It is still solving. Now it is evaluating all results and our all results have been concluded. Now we will view the results one by one. Click on the total deformation tab. As you can see, the deformation maximum value is 12.8 millimeters. If you want to change the units, you can move into these tabs and find out this unit button. Click on it and select it millimeters. Now as you can see, 12.8 millimeters deformation has been expected in this bar of this cross section. Then we want to confirm that in which direction this total deformation maximum value exists. So we will go to the x direction. As you can see, there is no force being applied on the x-axis, so there is no deformation there, and it is showing a value of 0. Now moving towards y-axis, as you can see, its maximum magnitude ANSYS is showing is 0, but the minimum value is 12.8. This 12.8 doesn't mean that it is the minimum value, it is only showing, the negative sign is only showing the direction. The magnitude overall is maximum, which means that y-axis is contributing maximum in the total deformation. Then again going into z-axis, as our case is 2D planar, hence there is no deformation along z-axis. Then to select the force reaction, as you can see, our force is our applied force is vertically downward, due to which a vertically upward reaction force is created, which is shown by this vector. In order to view the moment, you can click on it and go into the isometric view. This arrowhead shows that this direction is applied. So far our results has been completed. You can save your model by closing this ANSYS mechanical window. Go to the workbench window, click the file button and save as. Save our model in any of these folders. If you have any questions, you can ask. I am saving it into the data extracted folder, clicking on transverse loading case. Opening the folder, entering the name transverse loading. Save the model. Now after saving the ANSYS mechanical model, we will create an archive file for it. For this purpose, click on the file button, go to the archive file and save this model against the same name, archive file. Check mark all these boxes and click archive. As the model has been successfully solved and saved, the archive file will help you to solve the results and the model into a single file. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you may ask. You can subscribe the channel by clicking the button below. Any queries will be answered through comments. Thank you.